On to some good, half very interesting news. Earlier this year, Sydney's top women's hospital performed Australia's very first uterus implant successfully, a mother donating her uterus to her daughter who had suffered a hysterectomy, an emergency hysterectomy, following a massive hemorrhage during childbirth. But now that hospital's chief gynaecologist, Professor Jason Abbott, has said the hospital is receiving a lot of interest about these particular transplants from, quote, other groups, end quote. And you don't get a cigar for guessing in today's current climate who those other groups are. We read in the Daily Telly today, the Royal Hospital for Women in Randwick achieved Australia's first uterus transplant in January. And now some gynaecologists from the hospital say they are looking at transplants as an option for the transgender population who are assigned male at birth. Well, they weren't really assigned anything at birth. They were born with a penis and XY chromosomes. It's a very simple matter. But James, you've got to ask yourself, how much deeper are we going to get into this playing God business? I mean, this is actually alarming that we're talking about this. But then again, men have proved they're beating us in beauty pageants. They're getting Women of the Year awards against all these other women. They're smashing us in our sports. Maybe we're supposed to believe they'll also make better mothers.
You've alluded to the next step that not many people are talking about. Where does this trans thing end up going? And so first we transform the world, right? So I can change the temperature with a button and I can do all of that. Now we're transforming ourselves and we've decided male and female, that doesn't matter. I can be anything I want. How long before we then transform, having changed male and female, we transform what it means to be human? And with AI and all the tech that's happening, where does this ultimately end up when you remove all boundaries and no one is brave enough to say, hey, stop, this is where we should just leave it? Where do we end up? And no one knows where this goes.
Exactly, that's the point. No one knows where we end up. I mean, this is the ultimate case of you can do it, but should you do it? I mean, seriously, why would we even discuss the idea of transplanting wombs? I mean, the womb's got to come from someone else, right? Who's giving up their womb so a transgender person can go and have a child? And how does it even work biologically? Like, it's one thing to implant the womb. They can't give birth via natural means, presumably. It's got to be a C-section. These are questions of science that shouldn't even exist.